Hey guys, so it's time for another awesome battle report. This time, same army as my last video. My Tau versus, actually, Eric's Dark Eldar. This looks like basically Mason's Force, more or less, so I have a good edge, except that thing. Today's mission is actually tactical escalation. And I'm going to have Mr. Eric tell about his force first.
Okay, so in HQ we have my Archon here with a Husk Blade. He has Haywire Grenades, he has a Soul Trap, Armor of Misery, and also Shadow Field. I have 5 Incubi. They're all in a Raider with a Disintegrator Cannon. I have, in troops, I have 2 10-man squads led by a Saberite with Haywire. They both have, both of these squads have a Splinter Cannon in them. One of them is a Raider with a Disintegration Cannon, and one is a Raider with a Dark Lance. We have 2 5-man squads, also led by Saberites with Haywire Grenades, a Blaster in each of them, and each of them have a Raider with a Dark Lance. I have 2 Ravagers, all 3 Dark Lances. I have a Razor Wing Flyer with upgraded 2 Dark Lances, Splinter Cannon, and then I also have 4 Monocyte Missiles. I have a squad of 5 Scourges. All 4 of them have a Dark Lance. Good times.
Oh, yeah.
And then I also have a squad of 3 Bikes with 1 Heat Lance.
Well, this could be very interesting, to say the least. Well, this is going to be actually my second and a half time using this, my Tau. As if you guys have been around for a little while, I actually used my Firewarriors in a spaceship fighting mission, which was quite interesting against Mr. Andy. But anyway, for my first, as my commander, I have Mr. Red. Because Red does go 3 times faster when it comes to mobile suits. Then I have a Battlesuit Bodyguard Squad. They all have, what you see is what you get. Right there. And for my Warlord trait, it's the not scattering one, which is nice. For my broadsides, they have the Railgun Smart Missile System. They have Funeral Paint, Skyfire, and Interceptor. They all have gun drones, as you can see. They do have the Sergeant, the Shazo, or Shashwi, or whatever. Then we got another squad of 3 battle suits. That guy's arms drying. They have the Plasma Rifle Missile Pods. Gun drones again. Then I have a 12-man squad of Firewarriors. I have an 8... Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Firewarriors with pulse carbines. Then I have another 8-man squad with pulsed rifles. 6-man squad with pulsed rifles. And a 12-man squad with pulsed rifles. I got a Hammerhead. It has all the Devilfishes. And the Hammerhead has the following upgrades of the Smart Missile System, Disruption Pod, which is a basically stealth. And it has the Flank Speed Discharger, which is basically, you know, when you run up on me, you get some attacks actually on you. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go and just post my list of what I have on the description, because I am just blanking on the battle suits. So, anyway, this is the table. We are going long ways. We have 6 objectives. I am setting up first, and I am getting the first turn, and we will see what happens after setup. So, this is set up. As you can see, my Devilfishes are here. My broadside is set up there. My Hammerhead is set up right there. And Eric's Raiders, Jet Bikes, Ravagers, and everything. So, you know what I just noticed? This is actually a transport versus transport list.
Exciting stuff.
Oh yeah, mechanized combat. That's what I love, baby. So, first start, a lot of fun stuff happened for the Tau. I actually immobilized one of the Ravagers in the back, knocking off a hull point. I also knocked off a hull point off of one of the Raiders. It Eric just basically moved stuff, and his Dark Lances epically failed at hitting and damaging anything. So we'll see what happens at the end of turn 2. So it looks like I am basically gonna lose the game because I am surrounded on all sides. What I did was I knocked out a bunch of Raveners over here, deep strike them. Thank God they didn't. Well, they had the Warlord try of not me scattering. Battlesuit got Battlesuits. The two of them. Well, there was a 3-man squad. Fired into the Raven or the. I'm trying to think of the name of it. This guy? Raider, there we go, my God. Knocked that out, and I killed a couple of guys. Over here, my broadside, actually, you know what, that's for you to say. Basically, at the end of the day, I knocked out some Warriors, and I knocked out some Raiders. And Eric, what did you do?
Well, after all my stuff died, I flew a flyer in here. I killed a drone or two and did pretty much nothing with my flyer. These guys disembarked, this is immobilized. Pretty much all my Raiders or Ravagers are pretty much destroyed. And they ended up coming in here, shooting off 2 of them and assaulting. They're at a stalemate. Over here, my Scourges deep struck in. They blew this thing up. 2 of them died from their broadsides that were here that hit Interceptor. My guys pulled forward here, shot at this, caused a hull point, and it is shaken. These guys assaulted and killed a squad. I had my Reavers here with a remnant of a 10-man squad. My Incubi and my Lord charged the broadsides here, and they took them off the board over here.
And that was like a 300-point unit. So, well, we will see what happens at the end of turn 3. So at the end of turn 3, a lot of fun stuff happened. I got in close combat with my commander, knocked off a couple of warriors, but this guy's falling back. And I only picked off a couple more warriors, and Mr. Eric destroyed lots and lots of my stuff. So that's basically what happened roughly, right?
Yeah, I figured I was going to go over what points we have right now.
I only have 1 point.
From the previous turn, I had Pain in all its forms, got 5 points. I have Objective 6, that's 6 points. I had Assassinate this turn, that's 7. I had Take Them Alive, that's 8. I'm currently at 8.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens at the end of the next turn. So at the end of turn 4, some really fun stuff happened for me. My Battlesuit squad actually killed Dark Eldar in close combat, which is amazing, to say the least.
2 guys, calm yourself.
Tau, close combat 1. Trust me, pick my battles. Other than that, Tau-wise, we only knocked off a hull point off of that Dark Eldar craft. I can't remember the name of it.
Warlord.
Oh, and also, my Hammerhead actually shot the Warlord. Actually, first off, his Sequel Mist was knocked out the last Embercry. Then his Railgun shot his Warlord point blank in the face with a solid shot. And I think he died.
Yeah, I like to think he did.
And my Battlesuit over here, actually, the last guy regrouped, and he actually destroyed that Raider over there. Eric, what did you do, really?
Survey the battlefield with me. Take a journey. And you'll see that the only things I have alive are a flyer. I have a flyer, wounded, going one way. I have a single Scourge left, and I have 2 individual Cabalite warriors. Yeah, it seemed like my final Incubi, my Lord, died. He failed his tune-up save the last turn, and so this turn he was pretty much an easy target. They died. Raider died. My 2 guys couldn't hold out against an army of battlesuits back there. But they did end up killing a gun drone that was holding me in for a while, the longest time. This moved forward, didn't do anything. This immobilized his vehicle, These guys moved back to secure another objective I pulled, which was recon. That granted me 1 victory point, putting me at 9. And my goal here in the 5th turn is live, and hopefully the game will end.
And for me, I got Kingslayer, and I got 3 points, and I secured objective 1, actually. So, well, yep. So we will see what happens at the end of the next turn. So even though we rolled a to continue on to turn 6, I actually destroyed Eric's whole force. Actually, the only thing was he got more objective points. He got 10, correct?
Yep.
And I only got 9. So it was a mixed game. I think it was very interesting playing against the Tau, learning some new things. You want to add anything, Mr. Eric?
Anything else to add?
Yes.
Well, I had my flyer here, and if he took out 1 hull point, then I would have had an additional 2 victory points. He had to go into hover mode. The truth is, I'm pretty new to this army, and I think I must have made some mistakes. Either I made some mistakes, or these guys suck as much as I think they do. Because they just died in droves. First turn, second turn, I lost everything. I pretty much lost my entire army second turn. 1 round of shooting, and it's interesting.
Well, I mean, it is very interesting. We both of our armies are actually brand new to us, so I think over time we could figure out some stuff and make them suck a little bit less. The thing that really killed me was the close combat with your, my initiative 2.
Close combat is absolutely the only place I want to. Even if I didn't win, I could hold you up. Maybe next time invest in more troops and transports, and maybe I should just forego shooting altogether, just rush them up and try to assault them, because that seems to be decent.
Well, the only problem, I think, is because the table was actually it wasn't that bad, because that close support fire, that really could be a painful for you. Mostly with all my smart missile systems, with all the twin linked and everything, and just that smart twin linked missile system.
You did have a lot more shots, and all your shots pierced my armor, and all of my shots did not pierce your armor. Except for there were a couple of the couple of times I had the blasters that killed your suits. Other than that, I never actually even got to use my blasters. Most of my troops stayed out of the battle the entire game because they were either killed off or, there are people sent here to die. So, but ultimately, I mean, I liked my Incubi unit, HQ unit did a lot.
Oh yeah, it did. It really did. In all
Other
honesty.
than that, I just tried not to die, but it's hard to do when you have strength 5, arm piercing 5, range 30. Need no line of sight, ignore cover missiles from everything. So.
Well, there goes the Jink move, I guess. But the funny thing is this: I'm gonna make a prediction. Last game we played, you and I, you tabled me. This time, I tabled you. So I'm gonna make a prediction. Next game, we might be even.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, we will. Obviously, we will see. Hopefully, real soon. And till then, you guys have a great day.